3 years without a competitive bout. What do you think will be the most difficult thing when you get in there?
You know, it's not really about a difficulty, because the interesting thing is, unfortunately for me in my career, I've been in this position before, right? My last fight against Mario Barrios in Las Vegas, I was coming off of a 2.5-year layoff. And now we're looking at about an extension of that for another approximately 6 months, almost 7 months, right? So if that's the case, it can't be that much different. But I remember being in the ring in Vegas in the spotlight. I've yet to see this arena. And I just remember being in the arena, Mandalay Bay, and the lights, like the bright light behind you right now, and the lights overhead, and the big crowd. And there was just this nostalgia, and boxing is the same. Hit, don't get hit, block, move, slip, bop, bop, boom. But the nostalgic feeling of those bright lights and the fans, I had to be in that moment against Mario Barrios. I looked around and I had to say, yo, it's been a while, you know? So I think I won't be surprised if that feeling pops up once again, that it's been a while since I've been on this main stage of boxing, but I'm doing what I love to do. And when you're able to do what you love to do, it's easy to focus. And when a man is trying to knock your head off, it's hard to lose focus. So I'm pretty sure that everything will just be what it normally is, a beautiful night of boxing where I once again can showcase my skills and my talents to the beautiful fight fans here in Sydney, Australia.
36, what do you do differently, or do you do anything differently to preparations earlier in your career?
You know, there are some adjustments that we're getting into when it comes to my team and certain advisors. The most important thing, and really all of the training camps, that's not really that different, is how you approach the weight loss and the nutritional factor and the dietary factor. So at 36 years old, it's really not too different. I'm being advised to do certain things for recovery, and sleep is one of them. I wear an Oura ring, so every morning it will tell me my readiness score. And at this age, I can actually see the difference of this science, that when it says that I'm less ready over a well-rested night, and it says, no, you're good to go, that you can have a high work rate today, I can actually start to feel that shift. And I have the scientific evidence to back it. So I need to listen to my body, listen to the science, and get the proper rest so that I can optimize my cellular performance and how my energy and my body feels. Otherwise, you are pushing yourself when the body wants to rest. And so you're demanding something that your cells are not ready to uphold that demand, which is going to create more stress on the body, which in the future is going to hinder your ability to rest and recover again. So these are some small little things. It's not that they're not big adjustments. These are just little things that are going to help me optimize my performance at this stage of my career.
When you look at your opponent, Brock Jarvis, obviously your resumes are vastly different. You're a two-time world champ. Why, and does he pose any threat to you at all, do you think?
I mean, the major threat is the injuries and the layoff, right? This is one of those things where I like to call it, like we say in Broadway, the opening act. You know, you haven't seen Keith Thurman in 3 years, and luckily for me, I've gotten a lot of bad talk, but there is something missing in boxing. There's an element that I've always brought to the sport, whether it's my footwork, my hand speed, my ability to banter back and forth with my opponents, or sit here, commentate, break down analysis, and give these great interviews. The fans miss Keith one-time Thurman. And so I'm happy to just be back. And Brock Jarvis is what was brought to me. I got to fly over here. Ever since I was a kid, one of the things that I've loved about boxing was traveling in the sport of boxing. Raised by my single mother, we didn't go on many vacations. She was working a basic 9 to 5 back in the States. And so being able to go to this tournament, that tournament, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, and just travel around the state to box was like a little holiday for a 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old boy. Then as I started to compete in regional tournaments and national tournaments, and I'm traveling out of state, and I'm getting to bigger and bigger stages of boxing, not only did it become more exciting, but I got to see more of the world at a young age, and boxing brought that into my life. And so here I am once again, traveling the world, doing what I love to do, meeting and integrating with fans and news reporters like yourself. And every time I have these moments, it's just inside of me, I have joy that I am still doing what I love to do in life, and I'm always happy to be here. And for me, ultimately, that's what March 12th is about. But of course, we're determined to put on a great performance and get a knockout and create some more buzz behind the name of Keith "One-Time" Thurman.
Is there a consciousness at all, and does it come into your thinking at all, that defeat to someone like Brock might derail that opening act right there? Is there?
Yes, the defeat to an opponent of this caliber with my resume at my age, people are going to do a lot of statistics. Well, how did this happen? Obviously, he's not the man that he once was, this and that. And I tell people, boxing is a very unique sport. We athletes are independent contractors. And so what happens is you can almost look at a fighter as a stock, right? And so you look at the best fighters in the world, the greatest fighters in the world, they got solid stocks. Amazon, Google, they've just been on the rise, and they're all the way up there. There's some growth. Some stocks, they shoot up, every once in a while, like a Tesla. Just, people just want to put money in the Trump administration. Boom, everybody puts in Tesla. Boom, it's on the rise. You get these quick shot fighters. They make big upsets. They move up fast. And then but the real question is it going to be sustainable? I've had a solid career. A loss to Brock Jarvis would hinder my stock in the sport of boxing. Would it be something that I could not come back from? That is still definitely up for debate. If you ask me, I think determination, will, and consecutive wins, a nice little climb, come back. But this is supposed to be my comeback. So I'm supposed to climb up the ladder. Wherever Keith Thurman is, this is my bottom. And so I'm supposed to win and start climbing back up the ladder. So it would be very unfortunate to take a loss in my career and have to be deducted down further, where I would lose some respect. But at the end of the day, because of my name, because of my accolades, I most likely would be able to perform again this year. But obviously, we didn't come here to look at the negatives. We didn't come here with the intentions of losing a fight. We came here with the intentions of winning, with the intentions of rising back again. But this is boxing, this is sports, and this is business. So, may the best man win.